While many of us know The Blind Side as a rag-to-riches story with the help of a generous family, we don't think so much on how Michael Oher came to be. In this short film, I'll discuss the psychological events of Michael's childhood, anxiety, and his search for structure, and how it tended to overwhelm him throughout the film. Primary process operates without regard for reality. It implies a strange kind of logic and is timeless. From an example from our reading, it highlighted a typical association chain in the realm of primary process, which compared the cause and effect with no correlation. In The Blind Side, Michael and his brother are being taken away by Child Protective Services from their drug addict mother. When Michael's mother did drugs, she would have him close his eyes so he wouldn't see quote-unquote the bad things. As Michael grew older, when he was faced with difficult situations, Michael closed his eyes to make the bad things go away. Logically, when you close and open your eyes, you are still in the same position you were in 5 seconds ago. Michael's childhood belief that bad things would magically disappear if he closes his eyes is a prime example of the Freud's primary process, showing no regard for reality. Secondly, throughout the film, Michael is seen struggling with pressures and anxiety. According to Kahn, infants do not experience anxiety at this moment. However, they can experience helplessness. Infants are able to learn the importance of their mother very early, and with an absent mother growing up, Michael developed anticipation, which can cause anxiety. The anticipation of not knowing when or whether his mother was going to be present took a toll on him. Mothers are their children's source of love and validation, and without those two qualities growing up, Michael and his 11 other siblings from the same birth mom were never able to fully reach their true potential. For Michael, his potential in any part of his life, whether it was as a football player, student, or even person, it only showed that with the support of the Tui family, particularly Leanne, what an influential role a mother figure could have on a boy.
Mine?
Yes, sir.
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
Lastly, in The Blind Side, Michael searches for structure and balance in his life, mainly between his id, ego, and superego. Throughout the film, we see the battles Michael faces externally, such as becoming a spectacular offensive lineman, overcoming adversity in the classroom, and even being cautious with his surroundings at Hurt Village. But what often goes unnoticed is the battles Michael faces internally. Freud believed that mental health depends in large part of the strength and flexibility of the ego. The ego is what balances the id, superego, and the outside world and stands for reason and good sense, according to our reading. The id represents sexual and aggressive instinctual drives that are totally unconscious and unsocialized that lacks care for possible consequences. As for the superego, it represents our conscience, especially taking into account standards and prohibitions of society and elders to avoid guilt. Michael struggles to find the balance between his id and superego throughout the entire film. Growing up, Michael had to learn to live in a mode of survival, whether it meant collecting popcorn after a sporting event at his high school for dinner, or throwing his spare shirt in someone's running washer at the laundromat. Michael's superego also plays a part of his life and the decisions he makes as well. Michael constantly feels as if he doesn't belong, whether it's at his majority white high school or living with a wealthy white family. Michael's internal search for balance was greatly influenced by his search for structure externally. Being able to find the family, love, and support is what gave Michael an internal balance. Don't just remember The Blind Side as that football movie. It's so much more than that.